Hey, what's up, guys? I saw a video on the internet a couple days ago, and it was like a comedic video, just saying like, oh, I was talking to my therapist, and they said my lifting is actually could be self harm. Um, I should have put a trigger warning. Anyway, they said like, oh, my therapist is saying that my rigid lifting routine is actually just a form of self harm, and um, they're just hating on me because I have a really nice body and they're hating on my gains or whatever. It was like it's supposed to be comedic or whatever, and the comment section was very enlightening, as comment sections always are. YouTube comment section are modern day forums of enlightened individuals, like a marketplace of ideas. Anyway, they were just saying, oh, how can lifting be a bad thing? If lifting's good for you, then how can it be bad for you? Which is, about the level of intelligence of like a preteen who takes too many gummy vitamins because they taste good and they're good for you, so how can they be bad for you? And then they get stomachache. So, I think probably the biggest thing to consider is the dosage makes the poison. That's like a thing that people say in medicine, and it's very true. Anything too much of can be a bad thing, everything in moderation, that's the more common saying. Same idea. You have to put everything in moderation. If you put anything and put it up to 100, it could be bad for you. So, I think probably the easiest example is water. If you have too much water, you actually could die. Because of, low sodium, low potassium. You just have too little of the nutrients in your body, and it messes with your body, your equilibrium. Anyway, there have been cases of people who drink too much water and they die, and this is counterintuitive for a lot of people because water good. So how can water be bad? Anyway, I think that it's just important for a lot of people to consider that it can be a bad thing, lifting too much. I know this is ironic from a Squat Everyday channel, and it is in a way. I am still doing other things to protect myself, making sure that I don't, I'm taking care of myself in other ways, in other aspects of my life. I do take it easy, at least like one day of the week, I try to make sure I'm not like lifting hard every single day. Some of the days I'm lifting it's just a trash lift, So, I won't lie, I definitely have a very addictive personality, and this lifting regimen, it's pretty much to replace a lot of other things I used to do in my life. I used to like to go out a lot with my friends and party. And ever since I graduated from college and pretty much moved on from that phase of my life, I've been pretty into lifting, and I won't lie, this is definitely an addiction. This one's a lot better for me than, drinking, partying, but it is still very much one addiction used to replace another. So I won't lie, I'm not a shining aspect of having good moderation and control in my life, but I still take a lot into consideration. I listen to my body as much as I can, and I still try to push myself, but I also am not going to put myself through rhabdomyolysis. That's when you work out so much, your liver starts failing. Anyway, My shirt, I'm gonna get rid of this shirt soon. You know, I thrifted this shirt and I put it through the dryer too many times. But I'm very much Winnie the Poohing. That's when your shirt's too small and your stomach's out. Yeah, so I'm Winnie the Poohing this lift. I'm definitely gonna get rid of the shirt soon. I just, I try to be as frugal as possible, you know. But sorry, I just keep on thinking of Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, I am very like frugal in my life. You know, I try to wear a shirt as much as I can until I start getting holes in them. Then that's when I like get rid of them, or I put them through the dryer too many times. This shirt I definitely fucked up because I put it through the dryer too many times and the material's not good for drying. I should have air dried it. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. There's a lot of things in life that the dosage makes the poison. Anything in any too much of anything can really be bad. So I think a lot of people just need to, be very careful with what they choose to do, and try their best. Listen to your body, and just especially in the lifting community, everybody's just trying to work on themselves, but a lot of people just really, of course, there's a whole, mentality, philosophy of just like grind through the pain and, train harder. But for a lot of people, it's really not as important, like pushing, like obviously a lot of people don't push themselves hard enough, but a lot of people could, benefit more from having a lot more training in moderation. So, definitely hypocritical coming from me. However, it's still good advice. Anyway, yeah, I feel like a lot of people in the exercise community, it's a lot of I don't know. Just like putting suffering on a pedestal, it's like a race to the bottom. It's who has the hardest grind set, the hardest grind mindset. And a lot of people are, of course, like, rewarded. Just who is the most David Goggins-esque, who is our lifting Jesus. So it's it's a tough landscape out there, and only the people at like the top like 0.01% are like the most visible. The truth is, lifting is very boring, so how do you make lifting entertaining? Well, you only put like the most extreme outliers, these people who are just absolutely like massively jacked, and you put them on the front and center. It contributes a lot to like body dysmorphia. I mean, I think there's like a million think pieces about how the social media age of lifting influencers has just contributed to terrible body dysmorphia in young people. So, whenever I'm like putting out content, I think it's kind of important to see somebody just, trying their best to do better every day and showing how boring and monotonous this stuff is. I mean, this is really boring as hell. Even if I am on like the more extreme end of working out every day and, trying to do like insane lifts, trying to lift as much as possible, it is still extremely boring. And, in order to counteract that, the most popular lifters on social media are the ones who are extremely, physical specimens. That's the ones that get the most views and most attention. So that's like that's not what I'm going for at all. I don't even know what I'm going for, to be honest. Kind of just making these as a nice little paper trail for me to look back on. Maybe, just like to look back on in like a few years to see how far I've gone. But it's not like, this isn't me trying to become, like the most. This isn't me trying to join the race to the bottom of just like, oh, I'm the hardest worker, and I'm David Goggins. Like I'm not trying to be the, I'm not trying to be lifting Jesus. And I think just putting out videos of me lifting every day, I think it like shows that these things take time, once I finally hit my 405 squat, I'm going to be super happy, but it's going to be like, you'll be able to see it's taken over 200 days of hard lifting for me to get to that 405 pound squat. So being able to see that progression and being able to see that these things take time, and it's not just I came out the womb and just started lifting 405. These things are hard, and you only see like the highlights of somebody's life when you're out there lifting on the lifting social media. Even like the bodybuilders, they they are just like posting the best lifts that they have. You don't see all the failures and all the boring lifts, that they do. You only see the PR attempts and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of all I had to say. Lifting, it can definitely be an addiction. It can definitely be a form of self-harm. And, you can definitely really hurt yourself. Rhabdomyolysis is no joke. People die from it. So, be careful and keep your mentality in check. On the topic of listening to your body, my elbow is really hurting with these tricep extensions, these skull crushers. So I just stopped. So make sure to listen to your body. Yeah, I was really hurting my right elbow on these, and I was like, oh, do I just push through? And I said no. So yeah, I'm not sure why my elbow's hurting, but hopefully it gets better. Okay, that's all. Bye.